we're going to learn simplifying indices with fractions as exponents. Okay, so for the first example, we have here a times a raised to the power of 2 over 3 divided by a raised to the power of 1/2. Okay, in this case, okay, we are going to add the exponents and subtract. Okay, so if we can see a there, okay, it is understood that it has an exponent of 1. Okay, so therefore, we will add the exponent 1 plus 2 over 3. And then since we divide it by a raised to the power of 1/2, so we subtract by 1/2. Okay, that law of the exponents. Okay, what do we do in the for the exponents? Okay, so then we will add and subtract. Okay, now 1 there can be changed since the denominators of 2 over 3 and 1/2 are 3 and 2, which we can make it into 6. So I will get the equivalent of 1, which is 6 over 6, okay, plus, okay, making the denominator 3 into 6. That means we will multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2. So we're getting the equivalent fractions of 3 over 2, 2 over 3, so which is 2 times 2 is 4 over, okay, 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, then minus, now we're going to make the denominator 2 of 1/2 into 6, so that means we have to multiply it by 3. We also have to multiply by 3 to the numerator. So we have now the equivalent fraction of 1/2, which is 1 times 3 is 3 over 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, then let us add 6 over 6 plus 4 over 6 is 10 over 6 minus 3 over 6, which is equal to 10 minus 3 is 7 over 6. Okay, so our exponent is 7 over 6. Therefore, here, a raised to the power of 7 over 6. That is our answer. Okay, let's proceed to question number or sample number 2. We have here 27a raised to the power of 3 times or raised to the power of 2/3. Okay, so we have the general rule. We have if we have a, b raised to the power of n, so we will have a raised to the power of n, b raised to the power of n. So therefore, we can have, in this case, so we have to rewrite first 27 a raised to the power of 3, okay, raised to the power of 2 over 3 equals, okay, so we will have 27 raised to the power of 2 over 3 times a raised to the power of 3 times raised to the power of 2 over 3. Okay, then let us have 27 raised to the power of 1/3 raised to the power of 2 times a, okay, so 3 times 2 to the numerator, so this is 6 over 3. Okay, then what we have to do is 27 raised to the power of 1/3 is the same as the cube root of 27, which is equal to 3. Okay, raised to the power of 2 equals or times a raised to the power of 6 divided by 3 is 2. Then we have to 3 squared is the same as 9, okay, and then a raised to the power of 2. Okay, this is the simplified one. Okay, let's try exercise. I have 3 examples here, or 3 questions. So the first one, we have a raised to the power of 1/5 times a raised to the power of 1/2 over a raised to the power of 1/4. Okay, you can pause the video and start answering. Now, to find the answer for this, okay, what we're going to do here is first we will add 1/5 and 1/2 minus 1/4. Okay, so it is addition and subtraction of fractions. So we have 1/5 plus 1/2 minus 1/4. Okay, so for this number, for these fractions, we have to make their denominators into the same or similar fractions. So 5, 2, and 4 can be made into 20. So I will multiply 5 by 4 to make it 20, the denominator. So times 4 here also. For 2, I need to make it as 20 also. So multiply this by 10 and then multiply by 10 also the numerator. For 4, I need to make it into 20. So the number that I could multiply to 4 to make it 20 is 5. So multiply also the numerator with 5. Now, let us see now the equivalent fractions of the given fraction. So 1/5, the equivalent fraction is 4 over 20. Okay, because 1 times 4 is 4 and 5 times 4 is 20. Plus, the equivalent fraction of 1/2 is 10 over 20. Okay, the equivalent fraction minus the equivalent fraction of 1/4 is 5 over 20. Okay, now, so then let us add and subtract the numerators and copy the common denominator. So 10 plus 4 is 14. 14 minus 5 is 9 over copy denominator 20. So therefore, our answer here is a raised to the power of 9 over 20. Okay, check your answer if you have this the same answer as mine. So the simplified answer is a raised to the power of 9 over 20. Okay, let's proceed to question number 2, which is 81k raised to the power of 4 raised to the power of 2/3. Okay, so what we have to do is we have 81 here raised to the power of 2 over 3 and times k raised to the power of 4 raised to the power of 2 over 3. Okay, then what we have to do is we have, it must be, the equation should be, this one is wrong, it must be 3 over 2. Okay, this one is 3 over 2. 3 over 2. Okay, this one also is 3 over 2. 3 over 2. Okay, now, so what are we going to do with it now is, okay, this one, 81, so we have 81 raised to the power of 1/2, okay, raised to the power of 3 times multiplied 4 to 2/3, which is equal to k equals 12 over 2. Okay, then, okay, 81 raised to the power of 1/2 means the square root of 81, which is 9 raised to the power of 3 times k. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So we have k raised to the power of 6. Okay, then we multiply. So 9 raised to the power of 3 means 9 times 9 times 9. So 9 times 9 is 81. 81 times 9 is 729. K raised to the power of 6. Okay, we have the answer. Okay, now let's proceed to question number 3. So the equation is 2n raised to the power of 3 times 9n raised to the power of 2 over 3 over 12n raised to the power of 5 over 4 times n raised to the power of 5. Okay, so what we have to do in here first is we have uh, 2 raised to the power of 3 means 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So we have here 8 n raised to the power of 3, okay, times we have 9 n raised to the power of 2 over 3 over, okay, so in this case we have to add the exponent 5 over 4 plus 5. Okay, so let's do the addition of fraction here. 5 over 4, okay, plus 5. So in this case, we are adding the exponents. Now, so that means we have 5 over 4 plus 5 over 1. Now, we have to make the denominators into the same. So, I will multiply this by 3. No, I will multiply that by, okay, this one, multiply it by 1, so it doesn't, it will not change, and this one will be multiplied by 4. Okay, so if I will have that one multiplied by 1, so that is 5 over 4 plus, okay, the new equivalent fraction of 5 over 1 is 20 over 4. So it's an equivalent fractions, similar fractions now. So add, we have 25 over 4. So the denominator here, we have now 12 and raised to the power of 25 over 4. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, now in the numerator, we can add the exponents also. So it becomes, we have here 3 plus 2 over 3. So that means it is 3 over 1 plus 2 over 3. So since the denominator of 2 over 3 is 3, we can make the 3 over 1 into the numerator into 3. So multiply this by 3, multiply this by 3. Okay, so we have the equivalent fraction of 3 over 1 is 9 over 3. Okay, plus 2 over 3. So they are now similar. So it is 11 over 3. So in other words, this one now, okay, so we multiply now, 8 times 9 is 72 n raised to the power of 11 over 3 over 12 n raised to the power of 25 over 4. Okay, now, so let us now subtract the exponents. Okay, so we have 11 over 3 minus 25 over 4, which is, okay, so in this case, we can make the denominator into 12. So if I will multiply this by 4, the denominator is 12. Okay, so multiply by 4 also the numerator. In the here, I multiply this by 3. 4 times 2 is 12. So this one also multiply by 3. So our equivalent fractions now is 44 over 12 minus 75 over 12. Okay, now, so 75, so the first fraction is smaller than the second fraction. So that means that our answer must be negative. So this is negative. So 75 divided by 44. So 5 minus 4 is 1. And then 7 minus 4 is 3. So this is 31 over 12. Okay, so our answer now here, okay, we have 72 divided by 12 is 72 divided by 12 is 6. Okay, then n, when we subtract 11 over 3 by 25 over 4. The answer is negative 31 over 12. That is our answer.